Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that you might have in your pocket change right now. We're talking about the 1981 Lincoln penny. That's right. 1 cent. But what if I told you that this ordinary-looking penny could be worth way more than face value? Some are even fetching up to $1,800 depending on their condition, mint mark, and type. Before you toss that penny into a jar or a vending machine, listen up. You might be holding a small fortune. So what makes the 1981 Lincoln penny so special? First, let's talk about the basics. The 1981 Lincoln penny features the familiar bust of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front, of the coin. This design by Victor David Brenner has been in circulation since 1909. But what happened in 1981 that makes this coin stand out? Here's the key. 1981 was the final full year the U.S. Mint produced pennies made from 95% copper and 5% zinc. After that, in mid-1982, the Mint switched over to copper-plated zinc coins because of rising copper prices. That means 1981 was one of the last years to get that solid copper content, which collectors love, but it's not just about the metal. It's also about the strike quality, mint mark, and especially the proof versus business strike. Let's break it all down. At first, the mint mark. In 1981, pennies were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with a D, and San Francisco with an S. The most common are the Philadelphia and Denver versions, but the San Francisco S pennies? Those are proofs, and that's where some of the big money is. And now listen carefully. Not all 1981 S proof pennies are valuable. The U.S. Mint produced 2 types of proof dies for that year, Type 1 and Type 2. Type 1 has a filled or blurry-looking S. Type 2 has a clear, sharply defined S. Type 2 is the key to higher value. A 1981 S Type 2 proof penny in perfect condition, graded PR70 DCAM by PCGS or NGC, has sold for as much as $1,800 at auction. That's right. 1.8 grand for a penny. Insane, right? But what if you don't have a proof coin? What about the regular ones you find in circulation? Great question. Even circulated 1981 Lincoln cents can be worth more than face value if they are in pristine condition. We're talking about MS66 or MS67 red examples. These coins have never been touched by human hands and show no signs of wear. If you find one in this high-grade condition, it could be worth anywhere from $5 to $50, sometimes more if it's a rare variety, and yes, varieties and errors are a huge part of the story. You want to keep an eye out for doubling, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks. A well-documented 1981 Lincoln penny with a strong doubling on the date or Liberty inscription could go for hundreds. Even more exciting, some collectors and experts believe there are still undiscovered transitional errors out there. These are coins struck with the wrong metal composition as the Mint prepared to switch materials in 1982. If you ever find a 1981 penny that feels light or doesn't ring the same way as a copper coin, it's worth weighing and checking it out. You might be looking at a transitional error worth thousands. So how do you check if your 1981 penny is valuable? Step 1. Check the mint mark. Is it a D, no mark, or an S? Step 2. If it's an S, look at the clarity of the mint mark. Is it sharp and clear? That could be a Type 2. Step 3. Weigh the coin. A copper 1981 penny should weigh about 3.11 grams. If it's lighter, around 2.5 grams, you might have a zinc transitional error. Get that checked immediately. Step 4. Look at the coin's condition. Bright red color, sharp detail, no scratches? That's a good sign. These high-grade coins command premium prices. And finally, Step 5. Consider getting it graded. Services like PCGS and NGC can authenticate your coin and assign it a grade that tells collectors exactly what it's worth. Let's quickly review some recent sales. A 1981 S Type 2 proof penny graded PR70 DCAM sold for $1,800 at auction. A 1981 D in MS67 red condition sold for over $100. Even a regular Philadelphia issue in pristine MS66 red condition has sold for around $30 to $40. So the next time you're going through your change or old coin collection, don't overlook those 1981 pennies. Whether it's a copper composition, rare mint variety, or proof strike, this seemingly ordinary coin could be hiding extraordinary value. And remember, coins like these aren't just collectibles. They're pieces of history. From the last days of solid copper to the legacy of President Lincoln on our money, the 1981 penny tells a story and maybe even adds some money to your pocket. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin values and rare finds, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. Drop a comment below if you've got a rare 1981 penny or any questions about coin collecting. This is one of those videos you'll want to bookmark because you never know when you'll find a penny worth nearly $2,000. Are you sitting on a small fortune and don't even know it? If you have a penny from 1976, specifically a Lincoln penny with no mint mark, you may want to take a closer look. What seems like just another 1-cent coin could actually be worth a lot more, especially in the eyes of collectors. In today's video, we're diving deep into the 1976 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. We'll cover what it is, why it matters, how much it could be worth, and what you should be looking for in your own pocket change. So let's get into it. First things first, what exactly is a no mint mark 1976 Lincoln penny? Well, in 1976, the United States Mint produced pennies at several different facilities. The Philadelphia Mint didn't use a mint mark on coins at that time, so if you find a penny from 1976 without any letter under the date, that means it was minted in Philadelphia. Sounds ordinary, right? But here's the twist: certain 1976 no mint mark pennies are actually worth far more than their face value. Let's talk condition. Most circulated 1976 pennies with no mint mark are worth exactly 1 cent. However, when these coins are found in pristine condition, known as mint state, their value can jump significantly. A mint state coin is one that has never been used in day-to-day transactions, so it shows no signs of wear. These are the coins collectors chase after. So if you have a 1976 penny that looks shiny, crisp, and barely touched, hold on to it. Now let's get to the part everyone wants to know: how much is it worth? In average circulated condition, this penny won't make you rich. But in uncirculated, mint state condition, the 1976 Lincoln penny with no mint mark can fetch between $5 and $15 depending on quality. Not too bad for a coin you might find under the couch cushions. But wait, there's more. If the coin has been professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC and receives a high grade, let's say MS67 or higher, the value can skyrocket. There have been cases where these pennies, in flawless condition, have sold for over $100, sometimes even more depending on the buyer and market demand. That's 100 times its face value for a 1-cent coin. And that's not even counting varieties and errors. Speaking of errors, collectors love rare and unusual flaws. So if your 1976 penny has a double die error, off-center strike, die crack, or missing elements, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands. That's right, error coins are a whole different ballgame. And the best part? Many of them go unnoticed in circulation. You could have one sitting in a jar right now and not even know it. Now let's talk about why these coins are gaining attention today. The coin collecting world has exploded in popularity over the last few years. With online marketplaces like eBay and heritage auctions, it's never been easier for collectors to hunt for rare coins and complete their sets. This demand has driven up prices for high-quality and rare specimens, including coins like the 1976 no mint mark penny. But here's something else to consider: sentimental value. The year 1976 was the bicentennial of the United States. While the penny didn't feature a special bicentennial design like the quarter or half dollar, it was still minted during a very important year in U.S. history. That adds another layer of appeal for some collectors, making even ordinary-looking pennies from that year more desirable. So, what should you be looking for? First, grab a magnifying glass and examine the coin closely. Look for sharp details on Lincoln's face, the lettering, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. If the coin has no wear and all the lines are crisp and clear, you might be holding a mint state coin. Check the color too. Red-toned copper coins are usually worth more than brown or dull ones. If you think you have something special, consider getting it professionally graded. Yes, it does cost money, but if the coin is valuable enough, it could be worth the investment. And where can you sell these coins? You've got options. Coin dealers, coin shows, online auction sites, and coin collecting forums are all places where you can sell or trade your 1976 no mint mark penny. Just be sure to do your homework. Research the going rate for coins in similar condition and be wary of lowball offers. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to coin collecting. Before we wrap up, let's go over some quick tips. Don't clean your coins. That might seem like a good idea, but it actually lowers the value. Handle them carefully, preferably by the edges. Store them in a safe place. Coin flips, albums, or airtight holders are best. And most importantly, take the time to learn. The more you understand about what makes a coin valuable, the better chance you have of finding something truly special. So the next time you see a penny lying on the ground, don't just walk past it. Pick it up. Check the date. Check for a mint mark. You never know, that little coin might be worth way more than a cent. And if it's a 1976 no mint mark Lincoln penny in great condition, you could be looking at something worth $50, $100, maybe even more. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more coin collecting tips, rare coin stories, and market updates. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable coin in your pocket change. Who knows, maybe your story will be featured in our next video. Welcome back to the channel where we explore the fascinating world of coins, history, and hidden treasures. Today we're diving deep into the story of the 1963 D mint mark Lincoln penny. This little copper coin might be sitting in your pocket right now, but it could actually be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. So stick around as we uncover what makes this coin special, how much it can be worth today, and what to look for to determine its real value in the current coin market. Let's begin with a little background. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since 1909. It was first minted to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and it became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin has seen several design changes over the years, but the core features of Lincoln's portrait and the famous wheat reverse, or later the Lincoln Memorial, have remained iconic. Now fast forward to 1963. This was the era of the Lincoln Memorial reverse design, which had been introduced just a few years earlier in 1959. The 1963 D penny was struck at the Denver Mint and features the small D mint mark just below the year. Over 1.7 billion of these coins were minted. Yes, you heard that right. Billion with a B. That might make you think the coin is too common to be valuable. But as with most coins, rarity is only one part of the equation. Condition errors and collector demand all play a major role in determining value. So what makes the 1963 D penny potentially valuable? Let's talk about condition first. A circulated 1963 D penny in average condition is generally only worth its face value, or maybe a few cents to the right buyer. But when you start looking at coins in uncirculated or mint state condition, the value can increase significantly. Coins that have never been used in commerce and still have their original luster and sharp details are graded on the Sheldon scale from MS60 to MS70. A 1963 D penny graded MS65 or higher by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC can sell for $15 to $30 and sometimes even more depending on the demand at the time. In fact, a pristine 1963 D penny graded MS67 red has been known to sell for over $300 at auction. That's quite a return on a coin that originally cost just a penny. Now let's move on to errors and varieties. This is where things can get really interesting. Coin collectors love errors because they're rare and they make each coin unique. The 1963 D penny has several known errors that can boost its value dramatically. Some of the most sought-after errors include doubled dies, where parts of the design appear doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. There are also off-center strikes where the design is not properly centered. These kinds of errors can be worth anywhere from $25 to over $150 depending on the severity and condition. Another popular error to watch out for is a repunched mint mark, also known as an RPM. This occurs when the D mint mark was punched into the die more than once, creating a shadow or doubling effect. RPM varieties are very collectible and can fetch premium prices, but how do you know if you have a valuable coin? The first step is to look closely at your 1963 D penny under a good magnifying glass. Check for sharpness of the strike, clarity of the design, and any unusual features like doubling or misaligned elements. Look at the color too. A bright original red color is usually more desirable than a brown or darkened coin. Next, consider getting your coin graded by a professional service. While grading does come with a cost, it can greatly increase the resale value of your coin and make it easier to sell in the collector market. A certified grade gives buyers confidence that the coin is genuine and of a known quality. So, what's the current market value of the 1963D penny as of right now in the coin market? A typical circulated 1963D penny is still only worth a few cents, maybe 10 to 20 cents if in very good condition. But high-grade mint state coins, especially those certified at MS65 or better, can fetch $15 to $30, and rare varieties or error coins can go for hundreds of dollars. In one recent auction, a 1963D penny in exceptional condition sold for over $1.8 thousand. That's right, $1,800. So yes, this penny can absolutely be worth a lot of money if you've got the right one. Let's summarize. If you have a 1963D Lincoln penny, don't just toss it in the change jar. Take a closer look. Check for sharpness, luster, and any signs of errors. If the coin appears to be in great condition or has a unique feature, it could be worth far more than a single cent. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this coin is a great reminder that history and value can be found in the most ordinary places. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and hidden treasures. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable penny in your pocket change. Who knows, your coin could be the next hidden gem. Stay curious, stay collecting, and as always, happy hunting. Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and treasure hunters. If you've ever come across a 2013 Lincoln penny with no mint mark and wondered whether it's just a regular cent or something far more valuable, then stick around. Because in today's video we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2013 no mint mark Lincoln penny and why some of these coins are now worth way more than just 1 cent. In fact, one specific 2013 penny has recently sold for as much as $1.8 thousand. Yes, you heard that right, $1,800 for a penny. Let's get into it. Segment 1. What is the 2013 Lincoln penny? The 2013 Lincoln penny is part of the modern shield reverse design that started in 2010. On the front or obverse you'll find the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse features a Union shield design with a scroll across it that reads 1 cent. This design represents the preservation of the United States as a single country. This coin is made of copper-plated zinc, weighing about 2.5 grams, and it was produced in huge numbers, over 3 billion from the Philadelphia Mint alone in 2013. But here's the twist. Not all pennies from 2013 are created equal. Segment 2. The no mint mark mystery. Most coins made at the Philadelphia Mint don't have a mint mark. So when you see a 2013 penny with no letter under the date, it simply means it came from Philadelphia. That by itself is not rare. However, what is rare are certain errors and varieties that occurred during the minting process. Some of these errors are almost invisible to the naked eye, but under magnification they can be worth big bucks. Especially coins with doubling, off-center strikes, and unusual die clashes. Segment 3. Valuable errors and varieties to look for. So what makes a 2013 no mint mark Lincoln penny valuable? Let's go over the key ones to look for. First, double die obverse. This is when the design on the front of the coin is struck more than once in slightly different positions. Look closely at Lincoln's eye, his bow tie, or the words "I in God we trust." If you see slight doubling in those areas, you might have a rare variety worth over $100. Second, off-center strikes. If the penny was not aligned properly when struck, the design may be off-center. The more dramatic the misalignment and the more of the date you can still see, the more valuable it becomes. Some off-center 2013 pennies have sold for over $200. Third, die cracks and cuds. These are raised lines or blobs of metal that appear because the die used to strike the coin was damaged. These types of errors can fetch between $10 and $50 depending on size and location. Fourth, transitional errors or planchet errors. Although not commonly reported for 2013, always check your coin's weight and surface. A wrong planchet coin can be worth thousands. We're talking about a penny accidentally struck on a dime planchet or a foreign coin blanket. Segment 4. Grading and authentication. If you believe you found a 2013 penny with a valuable error or doubling, it's critical to get the coin graded by a professional third-party grading company like PCGS or NGC. The grade and condition of the coin heavily affect its value. Coins graded MS65 and above, that's mint state with few or no flaws, can sell for significantly more than circulated ones. There was a notable auction in which a 2013 no mint mark penny in top condition with a rare doubling variety sold for around $1,800. That coin was professionally graded and verified as a legitimate variety, which drove up its value at auction in Segment 5, How to Search for Valuable Pennies. So how do you find these valuable coins? It's simpler than you think. Start by going through your loose change. Focus especially on rolls of pennies from the bank. Use a 10x magnifier or jeweler's loupe to carefully examine the date, lettering, Lincoln's features, and the shield on the reverse. Take your time and compare what you see to verified examples online or in numismatic books. Keep in mind that coin roll hunting can take patience. You might go through hundreds before finding a winner. But even a single discovery can make it all worth it. You're not just searching for money, you're discovering a piece of history. Segment 6, Current Market Value and Where to Sell. So what's the current market value of a 2013 no-mint mark Lincoln penny? For regular circulated coins, it's still 1 cent. But for uncirculated coins with no flaws, expect to get anywhere from 10 to 50 cents. For coins with errors or varieties, the price jumps dramatically. A minor double die might go for $20 to $100. An off-center strike can range from $50 to $250. And the top-tier coins, mint state 65 or higher with rare varieties, can sell for up to $1,800 or more. You can sell these coins through auction sites like eBay or through numismatic marketplaces like Great Collections or Heritage Auctions. Be sure to take clear photos, describe the coin accurately, and if possible, provide certification details. Closing segment. Final thoughts. The 2013 no-mint mark Lincoln penny might seem like an ordinary coin at first glance, but as you've seen today, certain examples can be worth a small fortune. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, keep your eyes peeled. That penny in your pocket could be hiding a rare and valuable secret. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful or interesting, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin collecting tips and hidden treasure guides, and share it with your fellow coin enthusiasts. And as always, keep collecting, stay curious, and happy hunting, and screen music fades. Have you ever checked your spare change and wondered if that ordinary-looking penny in your pocket could actually be worth a fortune? Today, we're diving into one of the most intriguing and surprisingly valuable coins circulating in the United States, the 1975 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Now at first glance, this penny might not seem special at all. It's small, it's copper, and it's something millions of Americans walk past every day. But what if I told you that this tiny coin, specifically the 1975 no mint mark Lincoln penny, could be worth much more than just 1 cent? Let's take a closer look at why this seemingly common coin has gained attention among collectors and what makes it stand out in today's market. The Lincoln penny design we know today was introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first regular issue U.S. coin to feature a real person, and since then it has become a cornerstone of American coinage. The 1975 penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial Series, which ran from 1959 to 2008 and shows a side profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Now here's the thing about the mint mark. A mint mark tells us where the coin was produced in 1975. Pennies were minted in 3 locations, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Denver carry a small D mint mark, and those from San Francisco usually have an S, but pennies from Philadelphia? They have no mint mark at all. That's where our mystery begins. A 1975 Lincoln penny with no mint mark simply means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and because the Philadelphia Mint didn't use mint marks on pennies at the time, this is perfectly normal. So why is this coin so interesting? It's not just about where it was made, it's about its condition, rarity, and demand in the collector's market. In circulated condition, most 1975 no mint mark Lincoln pennies are still only worth face value, but in high grades, that's where things get exciting. If you happen to have a 1975 penny in uncirculated condition, especially one that grades MS65 or higher on the Sheldon scale, then you're in luck. Coins graded at this level or better can fetch significantly more money due to their pristine condition and eye appeal. So how much are we talking? As of now, a 1975 no mint mark Lincoln penny in superb condition can sell for anywhere from $10 up to $100 or more depending on the grade, luster, and demand. In rare cases with near-perfect examples, collectors have paid upwards of $150 for a single coin. That's a huge return on a 1-cent piece. There's also interest in errors and varieties from this year. If you spot a 1975 penny with doubling on the date or lettering or signs of misstrikes, you could be looking at an error coin worth even more. These kinds of errors are highly sought after and can dramatically increase a coin's value. One example, a 1975 penny with a strong doubling on the obverse once sold at auction for over $300. So how do you know if your penny is valuable? First, check the date. It should say 1975, then flip it and look at the coin's condition. Is the design still sharp? Are there minimal scratches or signs of wear? A brilliant luster and clean fields are good indicators of a higher grade. To truly know what your coin is worth, consider having it professionally graded by services like PCGS or Angthil. Provide an official grade and certification, which adds credibility and value when selling to collectors or through auctions. And what about the current market? As of this recording, demand for high-grade Lincoln Memorial pennies is steady. Collectors are always on the lookout for top-grade coins, and certified examples of the 1975 no-mint mark penny remain popular. If you've got one sitting in a coin jar or an old drawer, it might be time to take a second look. 1 cent might not seem like much, but with the right coin in the right condition, it could be worth 100 times or more than its face value. So next time you come across a penny, don't just toss it aside. Check the date, check the mint mark, and look closely. That simple copper coin might just be a hidden treasure. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and rare coin spotlights. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable penny in your change. You never know what's out there. See you next time, and happy collecting.